All right, welcome to the first ever Unpaid Overtime podcast. Um, as some of the guys that's been in the league for a while knows that me and Rob started the Office Duo podcast, which we have since grown to from a duo to a group of four. So we have changed the podcast name to Unpaid Overtime, and this is our first episode. So I've got the boys with me. We got Rob with the Colts. How you doing, Rob?
Doing fine. Glad to be here.
We got Jake with the Chargers. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing amazing.
And we got Willie with the Patriots. How you doing, Will?
Doing fantastic.
All right. So we'll kick this off. Let's just talk about playoffs and where the playoffs are at right now. Um, we can talk about what our picks were going in before it started, and then we can discuss kind of where it's at and how we think it's going to play out here in the championship matchups coming up. I know me personally, I had Quacks winning it, and that is clearly not going to happen. Um, what were your guys' picks before playoffs kicked off? We'll start. We'll start.
Well,
We'll start with Jake.
I had Cleveland and the Eagles, and I had the Eagles winning. But now obviously Cleveland ain't gonna make it there. But I'm still saying Eagles to win it.
Still on the Eagles. Rob, who you got? Or who did you have?
Well, I, Eagles had the best roster. Obviously, I'm a Pride fan, being a Buffalo Bill fans that we are. So, I mean, and to see Pride still going for it is pretty exciting. So, I was kind of on the fence between the Eagles and the Lions, but I'm going all Lions.
I like that pick too. I'm a big Pride fan myself. Um, Willie, what'd you have going into the playoffs?
Going in, I had the Browns old quacks up there. I thought he was gonna take it. He to me had one of the best offenses, one of the best defenses combined. It it was just crazy how like playing against him, his offense just clicked, his defense clicked. I just thought that he was gonna be it. Um,
He did have one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, he made Will Levis look like a stud.
he did, he did. But my favorite now, I could say the Jets and just be a homer with my division, but I gotta go with the Eagles
Eagles.
over there in the
What
NFC.
what's your knowing what we know now? The Jets still have to play the Titans. It looks like that game's going to kick off Friday night. Winner of that game plays the Ravens in the AFC Championship, and then looks like we're going to have an Eagles Lions NFC Championship. What's your Super Bowl prediction?
I'll jump out there and say Brian versus Pride.
Ryan versus Pride. I am going to have to agree with you. Um, I definitely think the favorite in the AFC at this moment where we stand is definitely Brian. He's no stranger to these big games. He's won a couple Super Bowls. Um, he's probably the favorite to win it all at this point. Probably either him or Drew. But I do think that the Super Bowl, my pick as of right now is going to be Jets Lions. Um, and then I'm probably gonna have to go with Pride winning it all. That would be that'd put us with a new. Pride hasn't won a XCFL Super Bowl, has he?
No.
So I'm picking
I'm
Pride, and we add another Super Bowl winner to the mix.
I'm going Jets Eagles, Brian Drew, and I'm saying Drew wins it.
I'm right there with you on that one. Jets Eagles.
Going with the safe pick.
It's a smart pick.
Hey, it's a smart pick, hey. You gotta hedge your bets.
Yeah. Hey, I don't blame you. But I do gotta go. I gotta go with my boy Pride too. I think me and Rob are on the same page there. And Pride's a tough matchup, man. He he likes to run the
But,
ball. He controls the clock, and if you he gets into his groove early, he can beat anybody.
I mean, there have been some. I mean, that wild card round, there was a lot of games that were close. So I mean, anything can happen.
Yep. Yep. Okay. We've talked about playoffs. Let's segue in here to let's discuss trades a little bit. Um,
Oh,
we can go into the trades and discuss kind of the trades that have been made, um, what our thoughts are, and if any of us have heard of any possible trade rumors going on in the league. Um,
I'll tell you what,
Jake, we'll start with you.
the Raiders user is just out here making some wild trades, just
He's doing some cheese.
absolutely just like ripping people off left and right. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean,
Laying it down.
That
what an
sounds
a-hole.
sounds like somebody's afraid of a secondary they're gonna be facing twice a year. That sounds like.
Uh, yeah, it's less afraid and more like I feel bad that once you realize how easy you are to still pass on, that you're gonna realize you just wasted all this time
That,
building up a secondary.
that's what I honestly that's what I've tried to tell everybody. I mean, we're gonna be halfway through the season. I'm gonna have a mediocre defense and I'm gonna just look like an idiot. So it's a
So
risky take.
Josh, what more could Genty have done to have earned a spot on your team? I mean, he was too good of a
Been about
running back, or what?
been about
Now come
3 speed faster.
now
Been
come on
about 3 speed faster.
now come on. Genty is Genty is a stud. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. He's a stud. He surprised me.
He is
He's not my typical
Who's
um, running back as far as his speed and stuff that I typically prefer to use. But
AKA moves like a turtle.
he did feel faster than his speed. You know, he's 90 speed. I'm being honest. He felt faster than that when I was using
Josh,
him. I never really had a problem. Um,
Josh,
you know,
trades approved, dude. You don't gotta sell them anymore, man.
making the deal was more for sauce because I wanted to have a deadly defensive back group, and Brees was just kind of the cherry on top that really helped push that deal. I mean, I had other offers, um, and that was really what helped set that apart. And Brian was a real good trade partner as far as negotiating, and it was real easy and fun to negotiate with. Unlike some others to negotiate, it can be a little more difficult, but it was fun. And we both were happy with what we got, so that's all that matters.
That's all, yeah, that's all that matters at the end of the day. As long as
Um,
everyone walks away from a deal happy.
yeah, I thought I had another one that I was gonna walk away from happy, and then I ended up having to pay way more than I thought it was worth. But that's part of the game too, I guess. Not
Who's
everybody,
that?
not everybody
Gonzo,
values
hey,
stud tight end as high as I do, I guess. But
Gonzo trade. What I mean, it is what it is. You
when when
you
when Gonzo is middle of the pack and Bowers is leading the league and the Patriots offense is top five, we're gonna look back on this day and I'm gonna tell y'all I told you so.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot!
I think Bowers.
We're gonna go from 30 seconds to first. I mean, I'm working on some trades, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull that off.
Dude, I'm telling you,
We
Bowers
got a
is
good
a
piece in
stud.
Bowers.
Will's aiming for 15.
Bowers
Hey, I'll be happy with any improvement at this point.
Bowers stings to get rid of. He does. And I know some people in the league think that, tight ends may not be as big of a deal. But I tell you, and tight ends
I, I'm
isn't my
I'm a
thing.
big fan user. I'm a big tight end user. I love going to my tight end.
Yeah, and tight ends has never been my thing. So being probably my first season, I mean Bowers is by far the best tight end I've ever played with in a Madden game. It made a big difference in my game. You know, the game style that I played this season. I mean, aside from the horrendous ending of my season, all the way through my season, my offense remained in the top 10. You know, offensively, I played well, and Bowers was a ginormous part of that. So it'll be interesting to see what it does to my offense, and then also interesting to see if my defense does get any better. You know, I mean, kind of a risk that I took with those trades. I mean, those are two guys I'm never going to use her, so I'm kind of just leaving it up to hopefully they perform like I think they will. Um, and time will tell. But what about some of the other trades? Um, Lily, what are
We
your
got
guys' thoughts on that?
Nick trading to the Saints, I believe it was. Correct? Yeah. Yeah.
Giants and
Nick and
Got
Saints.
Chad.
got the 26 first, the 27 fourth, Jackson Dart, 82 overall, Abdul Carter, 89 overall, going to the Saints for the 26 first, 27 first, 27 second.
Yeah,
That's
getting some studs there.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that
Abdul
that is
Carter is nuts.
it is a pretty big trade, and it is it just shows you how different what people value in this league are. Is you got some guys in there who throw a lot of value on picks because they love their EAGN players, and if there's one thing about Nick is Nick knows Madden and he knows the draft, and he's gonna come away with the bare minimum a couple studs out of the first round there, and I do think it'll end up being well worth it for him. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
he'll be in
sure
good
he'll be
shape.
more than fine.
Then we've got Brackett. Looks like he traded a the ninth overall, second round pick and a third round pick, and got seventh overall from Commanders. He gives up a second and a third as number 9 to move up to number 7.
2 spots.
2 spots, but gives up a second and a third. That's some pretty big value for a 2 spot jump. What are your guys' thoughts on that one?
Chasing chasing a obviously there's a player that he's sought after in this draft, and he's trying to get up high enough to secure him.
Is he going? Is he going quarterback? Is that what we think?
Oh, 100%.
So you get a franchise QB. You look back on these trades and nobody thinks twice about it. You know, if it's
True,
if
true,
it
true.
if it's a stud franchise QB and you look back on this, it's going to be a no-brainer decision from Brackett to do his maneuvering to get that done. We've got a couple more here. I think we've got Quacks,
The
the Browns and the Cowboys.
traded
Browns,
26 first,
and they're the number
and
8
then
overall.
yep.
Judkins and Bond. That was um, from the Browns to trade up basically what 3 spots.
Yep.
And then he got a third. The Cowboys got a third, or sent away a third as well.
Moving up for quarterback. I'm telling you, the race is on between those two jumping around.
So again, I mean,
I mean, I don't know. He had Levis playing like friggin' Patrick Mahomes out there. You know.
Yeah.
yeah, but then but think about what he's going to be able to do with a rookie that he drafts, that he picks. I mean, he's gonna
Oh yeah,
right.
you got you get your pick. You get your pick of the guy. I mean, if you were able
Yeah,
to do that with Will Levis, you get someone that fits exactly how you want to play. That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah. Quacks
Yep.
Quacks knows what he's doing too, and same thing there with like we said with Brackett. If he lands a franchise QB, we look back at this and it's a steal
Mm.
to have gotten it and only given up what he did. Um, we have another
I
one
mean,
here with
just
Brackett
like
and
just talking
Sparty.
about,
Go ahead, Will.
yeah. I was just talking about how you was talking about, Quacks and Brackett, jockeying around trying to get that best spot for the quarterback. You got Brackett again moving up in the draft. He traded the 26th first round first round 13th pick, Dallas Turner, Ty Felton, X Factor wide receiver, for the 26th first round fourth pick from the
Yep.
Cardinals.
Yeah, that
So he jumped one spot in front of Quacks.
Yep.
and 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 that's and Brackett has given up a lot of value uh
Yeah.
to get to where he's at.
He
Um,
must really like who he's going after.
There must be someone he desperately wants.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gotta be.
yeah. I mean, like that
He's
is
biting at the bait over there.
that is a lot. Um, no, he has given up a ton to get to where he's at. But again, if he gets a stud
Yeah,
franchise
I'm just
QB,
yeah.
we could look back on this moment and it could all be worth it. I think the last trade posted here is Nick and Tide Pod. Um, looks like Nick sends 15th overall, the 24th overall, and then a early second rounder for the number 6, the 6 overall in the first round. Um, so you got Nick trying to jockey up there a little bit more too. Are they all going after the same guy, or do you think Nick's got a different target?
Wow,
I
Nick's
think
got a different.
I think
Nick
yeah,
has a
Nick's got
different style. I can pretty much guarantee who. Man, so Nick's got
I'll
Doesn't
pull
he
number
the.
have
6.
Go
He's
ahead.
got 2 and 6 in this draft.
So we've talked about trades here. Is there any rumors you guys are hearing for trades before we move on to the next topic? Any? I know Rob's pretty tied in to a few guys in the league. Is there any possible rumors? Any teams that looking like they might be moving off a guy or trying to pull off a trade that hasn't been posted yet?
I haven't really heard of any. I mean, I've seen a lot of names thrown on the trade block. I mean, I'm still scratching my head about Neighbors being thrown on the trade block by the Titans. That makes no sense, but because I mean, he just picked him up. I don't know if he just. I find that very unusual unless there's something some fatal flaw with Neighbors, but I find that hard to believe. So.
Yeah. Uh, heard a little bit of rumors that Derwin James might be being shopped around. Is that true, Jake?
Derwin James is out there.
So
You know,
this
what about Marion and Lad? Oh, Laddie.
if the right offer comes along, I mean, I would put them. Wouldn't be against throwing them up on the block. Amarian actually is already on the block. He's out there. Um, Lad currently, yeah, that would be harder to part with, but wouldn't be impossible.
the Chargers are open for business. That's what I'm hearing.
The Chargers are open.
All right. Um, so we'll go ahead and we'll segue into the next segment here, and I'll I'll pull up the draft board if I can get it. And Rob, I'll let you lead this and start talking about the draft for us.
Well, what I'd like to do is just take a few minutes here and we're just going to kind of focus on just the top 10 cuz by the looks of things we're still we're still watching people kind of jockey around. So, What we do know for a fact is locked in right now. Now this is well, I mean it's locked in. You've got the Bengals who are CPU right now. Mac left us, so CPU's got the Bengals, which means anything could happen. Now you'd like to think that the CPU would make a smart pick, but you never know. But I mean, you've got Burrow as your quarterback, so they shouldn't be taking a quarterback there. Me personally, I think the stud of this draft, and I think he's going to go number one, and I think he is the number one player in this draft. Tory Black, defensive tackle, absolute beast. He is going to
Absolute
he
monster.
is a stud, and I think the CPU is going to make the right decision and take him at number one overall. And then enter Nick. He ran all the way up to number two. Um, I think he gets one crack at this. We all know Nick. We all know the history of his success getting a wide receiver and taking that wide receiver to a whole nother level, whether it's, Brooks or I mean, you just, every time you turn around, he's taking a receiver and making them into the next big thing and an XCFL Hall of Famer. So I think Marquez Worthy
Yeah,
goes number
Worthy,
two.
Worthy looks good.
And I think there's after Worthy, I think there's like a cliff and all the wide receivers dive. I think you have one in him, and the rest of the pack is good riddance. But that's kind of what I'm feeling there. Um, as for third, the wild card right now is is Doughboy sitting there at three because let's be honest, at the way that we've watched Quacks and Bracket jockey all the way up to 4 and 5. I mean, if I'm Doughboy, I'm kind of dangling three out there to those two and saying, "Hey, I mean, what would you guys pay to move up one more spot or two more spots?" Because once he makes his decision, and he's got a QB in Bo Nix, so once he makes his decision, which I think will be Foster, D tackle Will Foster, who is another. He looks like he's going to be a really good ball player. So I say he'll keep the pick, take Foster, and have a stud D tackle, or he'll fleece Quacks or Bracket and drop back one or two spots. But I think he'll take the D tackle.
Do we think
So
there's do we
then
do we think there's any way that Doughboy surprises everybody and goes Q? Is he is he
He
s-
does.
He's not a
is he
big fan of
sold
Bo
on
Nix.
Bo?
He does
He-
have Bo Nix on the trade block.
Whoo.
I tell you what, that would be an absolute draft day jaw dropper. If he was to pull the trigger on a QB, I think he'd leave two guys behind him, right behind him, just heartbroken because
Yeah.
nobody would have seen that come. I mean, I don't see it. I mean, I think the Foster is the slam dunk pick, but you don't know in these drafts. You really don't know what people are thinking.
Yep.
So then you've got the three quarterbacks. And then at number four, I think is when you're going to start seeing the quarterbacks start flying off the board. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to see the next three picks be quarterbacks. And I think Brackett, I think, is going to be very happy with the Wisconsin Calvin Andrews. I think that he offers a few dynamics um, that'll fit Brackett well. And then I think Quacks is going to come back. And I think he's going to take the Davis. I know there was a story about Davis and him being in the being out for the year, and we kind of added the whole ploy about the car accident, but he any story good or bad usually means good dev. So I think Davis is going to be the pick there. And then I think Nick's up at 6 now. I think he goes Carswell, who is a strong arm, who could potentially be like a 97 throw power. And I think Nick gets his big gun quarterback to throw it all day long and make Worthy into a yet another Hall of Famer. So I think you're going to see 3 straight quarterbacks go, and I think they're going to go in that order. And then after that, I show the Vikings are back on at 7 with all the jockeying around. I could be wrong, but I've got the Vikings back on at 7, and I think they'll take the Thad Swartzen, who did have a negative story, but there again, any story is usually a positive story. But I think they'll take him, um, just because I think he'd be best player available. And then from that point on, um, at 8, you've got the Cowboys. I could see another edge rusher, Sam Wilford coming off. Um, he's a decent looking prospect. I think we're going to get another D tackle at 9. Right now, the Commanders hold 9, and I think that Joey Jarmarello could very easily go there. This is a great draft for D tackles, by the way. I think there's about 5 of them that are really good. And then last but not least, at 10, I've got Quacks holding the 10 pick. Don't know if he's still holding it or not, but I had him holding it when I was going through doing all this. And I think you could see the first cornerback. It's not the best corner class. It's a terrible safety class. So I think maybe the best corner, maybe the Daryl Winston would be the guy out of Tulane, which is funny because Quacks is the coach of Tulane in the football game, so in the campus legends. So maybe he gets him a hometown product there, but that's kind of what I'm showing as the top 10. Very heavy draft from the defensive line standpoint. I mean, I've got 3 quarterbacks, I've got 3D tackles, I've got 2 edge rushers. I mean, so that's 5 total defensive linemen in the top 10, 3 quarterbacks, and then the 1 wide receiver and the 1 corner. And then I think this draft is going to be. I think there's a big fall off after the top 3 quarterbacks. I think there's a big fall off after the first wide receiver. The corners, I'm not really sold on. Safeties are not good. A lot of D line depth. I think there's going to be a lot of D line depth. I know O line doesn't matter, but there's some decent O line prospects. Not the best running back prospects. Some pretty sneaky tight end prospects there. I know some people love tight ends, some don't, but there's a couple pretty good looking tight ends. So
That old
decent linebackers, I think. I think linebacker class is decent. So it's gonna be a fun draft when it goes through and it's all said and done. And I could be 0 for 10 on those guesses, or I could be 10 for 10. I guess we'll just have to see how I did. So
Wait to
that's what
find
I've got.
out.
Draft night will be crazy as usual. I'm sure. It'll be interesting. Um, if we want to move in here real quick, we'll maybe discuss any key free agents or possible free agents. I mean, we don't have to talk too deep about it because I know there's still some question marks on who's going to get re-signed and who's not. But anybody on any of your guys' minds that, as of right now, could be a possible free agent to look out for in the offseason? Start with
I
you, Rob.
think the I think the Bills have a tough cap space, and I think you're going to see like a Joey Bosa available. I think you're going to see a Matt Milano available. I mean, Milano's an X factor linebacker, good in pass coverage. Bosa's, a solid, kind of power type edge rusher. I think those two are definitely going to be out there. Danny Dimes is going to be available for whoever misses out on their quarterback or their future. He's going to be out there.
Red Jones.
Um, and then I've got a right tackle that is an 83 overall. Braden Smith, he's going to be out there, so he'll be available. So those are some I can think of, but I'll let you jump in there. What do you got?
I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. Jeffrey Simmons. Um, it's unknown if he's going to be signed or not. I don't know what the Ravens going to do, but I think that's going to be one person everybody's going to be clamoring after.
I think he's going to definitely be on top of everybody's board if he does make it to free agency. Yet to be determined if he does get signed last minute, or there's always the franchise tag, and it's what can the Ravens afford? I mean, that I don't know what their cap situation looks like, but that will be interesting. Um, another team that's got some players in a similar situation is the Chiefs here in the AFC West. We said we could see Travis Kelce in free agency. Um, and there's a couple other guys he's yet to sign that could squeak their way in. So that'll be another team that'll be interesting to watch. Who gets re-signed and who doesn't.
Yeah, another person I'd be interested if they get signed would be Jacoby Myers from the Raiders.
Yeah, I can
Be
go ahead
interested.
and confirm to all of you that he will be a free agent.
No, no way, not Jacoby.
That he we had a long discussion. We're a mutual agreement. He will be testing the market, so he will be there. Anybody interested?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
Any targets you got, Jake, that we haven't discussed?
Any targets that I've got? The top of my head, I can't think of. I mean, there's some, but I can't think of the names off the top of my head. Khalil Mack's gonna be out there for anyone that wants him. I'll tell you that. He's uh old, but he a lot of heart in that guy. That he got heart.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the regression. But Khalil Mack could be a solid one year sign in free agency, possibly for a team needing an edge rusher. So, we'll go into our last segment here to wrap things up, and we'll just talk season 77 outlook. That's crazy to think that the XCFL has been going for 77 in-game seasons. Um, but we will talk about quickly about the outlook going into the season. Um, we'll go around the table here and um, we'll give maybe a couple teams to look out for, um, underdogs or some favorites, and then we'll just pick our favorites for each division. Um, so we'll start with you. Just give us maybe an underdog to look out for, um, team to beat, and then give us the favorites for each division.
Underdog. I mean, the most underperforming offense in the league. I got to toot my own horn here. I think I could be the underdog coming through. Let me pull this up here. I gotta look at the league here.
Who's your team to beat? And I mean, I would assume that you look at the teams in the playoffs, and I mean, any playoff team's going to have a target on their back. Um, I mean, who do you think a favorite is, a team to beat?
A team to beat. I'm as of right now. I'm still gonna go with Quacks. Starting next season, I think Quacks still got it.
All right. Let's go through your division winner predictions, and we'll start with your own division in the AFC East. Who do you have being the favorite to win that division going into season 77?
Um, let's go with Jets pulling it through. I think Jets
Jet.
can. I'm gonna have to go against Genty 2 times every year. All of us are. He loves running the ball. It's gonna be a tough little feat to or manage over there.
I, I don't disagree. Um, we'll go ahead and just go around to the table with the AFC East. Robert, who do you got winning the AFC East?
Oh, I mean, I got to take Buffalo. Come on now. I mean,
Yeah.
Dave's got a
Buffalo.
loaded team. Now he's gonna
Buffalo.
lose. He's gonna lose
You
a
are
few.
you're such a homer, Robert.
Oh, you got to be a homer all the way through. So, I mean, no need to hype him up too much other than I got all the faith in Dave of Buffalo making it.
All right, Jake, who you got?
I'm going Jets. I'm going Jets.
I'm going
Uh,
Jets. I'm going Jets too. I've got uh a lot of faith in Brian. I think he's gonna continue to keep Genty at the top of the rushing leaders, and he's gonna have a pretty deadly offense over there. Before we go to the rest of them, I do want to go through Rob and you, Jake, and give your uh, underdog to watch out for and just an overall favorite going into this season. Rob, who's your underdog?
Underdog? Well, I mean, if you go by the records, I'll take the 8 and 9 Raiders.
You seem to have a lot of faith in me, Rob. It didn't work out well at 204 the last time.
Dude, you started out on fire, and then I don't know what happened, but then you
you
fell
know,
off a cliff.
We
you know,
don't we
But
don't we
we
don't know what
we
happened either.
but
we say Josh started out on fire, but some of those at his 6-0 start, some of those games were some forced wins.
hey, 8 and 9 record. I
I'm just
mean,
saying. I'm just
I'll
saying.
call
Eight,
that an
eight,
underdog.
I feel like
eight
mine.
and nine record after starting 6-0 ain't that great.
It's rough. And then as far as the favorite out of the AFC, I guess I'm just gonna have to fly with Dave in Buffalo. I think he just puts it all together this year.
So is that your underdog pick?
No, my underdog is Higgy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I'm going by records. 8 and 9. Well, no, actually, I guess Dave would have a lower. Yeah, I guess Dave would be my underdog, and Higgy would be my favorite then.
you putting too much faith in the old Raiders over here, Rob. But I appreciate the love. I do.
All
So,
right, so
Jake, what do you got?
if I gotta give an underdog, and I'll be completely honest. Well, on one hand, I do think that we could be halfway through the year and realize that that Raiders defense is just as easy as ever to dot up. I will say if everything works out the way that you hope it works out, I think your defense was easily the worst part of how you played last year. So if these moves you're making actually work out for you, I could see you easily making a turnaround to where you a couple of those close games where you lost, maybe instead of your defense letting someone score every drive, you get like one stop here, one stop there, and then get a couple of those close wins that you ended up losing this year. So I'm gonna go you as the underdog that I think will make a turnaround as well.
Okay.
And
Who's a favorite that you got?
I'm going for if I'm going for a favorite, just in the AFC in general.
The entire league.
Oh, entire league. I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna go with Will and say Quacks. I mean, a year now I mean, we all seen how good the offense was, but now an off season to pick up the pieces to play the way he wants to play for sure, get exactly who he wants to get, people that fit his style a little better. I mean, it can only get more dangerous. So,
I'm I'm going to agree with the favorite. I've got Quacks high on my list as a league favorite. to be looking out for. He's gonna have, I think, one of the top 2 or 3 offenses in the league again. And he's a dangerous matchup for anybody. I am gonna go a little off the beaten path here for my underdog, and I'm gonna say keep an eye out for the Bucks. He hops in the league right before the playoffs. Um, or yeah, was it the Bucks that hopped in late, or was that the 49ers?
49ers hopped in late. Bucks was here from the start.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for the 49ers. Um, he hopped in late, and uh, um, I think he's gonna be pretty decent. So I'd say keep an eye out for him. Now let's finish this up, and we'll go through the rest of the divisions. Let's say AFC North. Will, who you have winning the AFC North? I think we all know that answer, but we'll hear it.
Quacks. Do I need a Tutors one again?
Nope. No, we're good. I'm going
Okay.
Quacks as well. Jake, who you got? Jake, who do you got winning the North?
I got Quacks
Quacks.
winning the North.
Robert?
I'm going CPU all the way. Cincinnati.
Rob's got the Bengals.
I thought
I'm
about
kidding.
doing that. I really
Hey,
did.
All
I'm
right.
kidding. Hey,
hey,
if they if
win it,
you
win
never know with the CPU though. I
Yeah.
mean,
when in
somebody like
doubt,
Burrow.
Madden will find a way.
Yep.
Madden
Yeah.
will
No,
find a way.
All
Yeah,
right.
Jake,
that's enough.
it's gotta be hard picking not the Steelers to win that division.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does hurt. But you know,
Let's go. Let's move on. Go to the AFC South. I'll start off. I'm gonna go with Rob. Rob gets in his second XCFL playoff, season 77. Uh,
Smart choice.
Jake, who you got?
who we go? I've got the Jets.
Well, that's funny because they're not in that division.
What
Um,
division are we in?
AFC South.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm thinking Rob, thinking Bills. You know what I mean? AFC South. Give me the Titans to win it again.
Titans win it again. Will, who you got?
Titans.
Titans. All right,
Yep.
Rob. Rob,
But
who's winning that
Well,
division this year?
we added a new guy. We don't know anything about the Showtime play. We don't know anything about him. Um, Riot, always a fun game to play. Chaos, he won it last year. You know what? I'm gonna bet on myself. I
Hey,
was
there we
very
go.
I
competitive
like it.
twice against Riot. Um, I you know I played Chaos competitive the first time around. Second time he wiped the floor with me, but why not? I'm not gonna have he's got a first place division or to play against, so he's gonna have to play all them. So I'll say me. Why not?
All right, let's go to the AFC West. Rob, who do you have?
West Higgy.
All right, Will.
And if Jake ends up winning, I can say, well, I said Higgy, so I could have meant JD Higgy,
Yeah,
but
I like it. Will, who you got?
let, let me go with Jake. I think Jake can pull it through with the Chargers.
All right,
Oof. That's a rough pick, Will.
Jake, who you got?
Hey,
It'd be easy to say myself, and it'd be easy to say you, but I am going to go, as of right now, I'm going to go the Chiefs again because at the end of the day, they lost one division game this past season.
Yep.
So
That's
until our division shows that we can beat them,
that's a
This is
that's
very true.
no that's not a bad pick. Helski definitely had a great year, especially within division. But
I mean, at
I
the end of
was
the day, our division.
I will say our division games were all pretty close.
True,
Division
true
as a
enough.
whole, record-wise, was all pretty close. I'm always gonna bet on myself, so I think I'm gonna get things back on track and win the division next year season. So we'll see. It's definitely gonna be tough. We got a tough division. So let's move to the NFC East. I'll start this one off. I'm going to go with Nick and the Giants because with all the picks that he has, that Giants team is going to look totally different going into next season. But in a positive way, it's going to look more like what Nick wants that team to look like. And I think he's going to come away winning that division in season 77. Jake, what do you got?
I agree with you. Everything you said. I'm going Nick. I think I think that team's gonna be pretty freaking good this this next season.
Robert?
I think Nick's a year away, so I'm gonna say Drew repeats as the division champion. But that Yoshi played some really good games and kind of fell off there, but I still think it's Drew's division.
Not bad, not bad. Will, what you got?
Give me the G-Man.
Giants. All right, NFC North. Um, and that's a tough one because I like all those guys. Um, you know, I'm real familiar with Brackett and Sparty. My interactions with Nairi have been pretty good. You know, John seems like a really cool guy too. But I'm gonna have to go with Sparty and the Lions.
No,
To
that's Pride.
or Pride. That's what I meant. I'm gonna have to go with Pride. To take that division and continue the success that he's had from this season. What's your guys's? Rob, we'll start with you.
Um, love Pride. He's got a really good roster. I think he's probably got about one more season to hold it. But man, John Ball, he started the season really hot. So maybe he gets on a heater like that and can be ultra competitive. You know what? I'll take John. I'll take the Bears.
And that's not a bad one. That's a extremely difficult division. Um, I think at some point they're all gonna win that division. So that's a very competitive division. Um, Jake, who do you got?
Give me the Lions to win that
Lions.
division.
Another pride pick. Will?
All right. So my inner Falcon fan, John being a Falcon fan, um, I I, I want to go with him, but all the moves that Brack has made, yeah, he's put some. He's given up a lot of talent. He's given up Ty Felton. He's given up what's his name, Dallas Turner. But he's moved up further into the draft, getting better draft picks to build this team the way he wants to build it. And they were 11-6 after giving up Justin Jefferson and everybody else, and he built Ty Felton up to a superstar in 1 year.
That's true.
He picked me last year. He picked me last year to win my division. I couldn't pull through for him, but I think he's gonna pull through this year.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. We got two more divisions to get through here. We'll go with the NFC South. Who we got winning that one? Will, that's your favorite team in that division in real life. So we'll start with you. Who do you think's taking that division?
Hey, Rise up, baby. Come on. Rise up. Go with them Falcons.
All right, going with the Falcons. Oh, J-Mo.
Homer.
Rob, who you got?
I'm picking Chad not to win this division. I'll go with Brappy.
Okay,
Oh.
time out. Real quick. I don't know
Shots
if
fired
anybody
at Chad.
noticed this. Don't know if anybody noticed this, but after I said the Falcons play a horn right whenever the game's going to start. There was a horn going off at Jake's house. I'm just saying.
Oh,
So
shoot.
somebody was just tooting their own horn.
So, Rob takes some shots at Chad. Uh, Jake, what you got?
I'll take Carolina again to win that division again this year.
Always with the safe picks.
Carolina. I'm gonna go with the Falcons too. Um, in JMO. I think he's gonna. He also had a really good year. Um, I'm going with the Falcons. And then last but not least, we got the NFC West. Who do we got? Who we got winning that one, Jake?
Oh, the NFC West. Well, if I had give me, man, I'm gonna go. Off the beaten path. Pick something a little different. 49ers.
49ers. Robert?
Well, I think that Hatch came on mid-season or so and inherited the 49ers. They've got a pretty good roster, and he's not a bad player. So I'm gonna say the 49ers as well.
All right. And Will?
So you said he came on like mid-season, right?
He came on
I'm
late
thinking he
late season,
came.
I thought.
Yeah, maybe it might have been a little bit past that because he's not played enough games to be eligible to trade yet.
Yeah.
So maybe three
So
quarters of the way in.
okay, so just looking at his schedule that he is played against, and since week 13, if he was the one in control of that team, he did beat the person that I picked to win, Quacks.
Interesting.
That's a tough choice. He won 35-28.
So is that another pick for the Niners?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that the Niners, I think, are going to be
Thing.
the surprises.
Uh, I did pick them as my underdog. Um, so although my mind is telling me to go Guac,
But my
my my
body.
my, my heart's gonna have to go with the Niners. So that's a sweep for the Niners. Um, so that's gonna wrap it up. This was a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but hopefully everybody listening and enjoys it and try to be a little more organized for the next one. You know, maybe cut the time down a little bit, but we were excited. We wanted to get this first episode off, and again, we hope everybody enjoys and feel free to give us some feedback. But we'll end it here. So appreciate you guys joining me, and well, good luck to everybody in the off season and in the draft. You guys gonna say bye or?
No, no.
Hey,
See y'all later.
I ain't saying bye.
All
We're
right.
just gonna, we're just gonna let you sign off. You're the host.
You're signing out. What do you mean?
You're supposed to be the
You are
host.
co-host. This is the Unpaid Overtime Podcast. Okay.
Exactly. I'm not being paid to host. So
We'll see y'all draft night, guys. How's that sound?
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys. I appreciate you. XCFL rules. Let's go.